Well, things are new in here. As you can see, there's no wall. Because my wall's right here. And right there. I'm on a couch. And that's my kitchen. This is a whole new, different setup. Everything different from what it was before. And one thing's certain, it's taken a lot of work. A lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of dedication to put a lot of things together. And just put all the effort in between to just make my place seem a lot more different than what it's looked before. Yeah. Because I think you've seen in streams, like, yeah, I've had, like, a setup, but not, like, ever before. Like, never have I, like, gone into detail. Like, one, this is a freaking sofa. Two, this is my old TV and everything. Yeah. And number three, I am about to make my home office. So, very shortly, next month, I will be in a different area of my apartment, in my home, and you will see a whole different set of videos and stuff coming along the way. Now, I know I've been away since probably February. Yeah, I've been away since February, around March. And I have had time to watch Monday Night Raw, not a lot of SmackDown, bits of NXT. I did watch Stand and Deliver on Saturday, a couple Saturdays ago. That was a phenomenal show. I want to say shout out to the NXT roster for putting on an excellent Stand and Deliver. But if I was to talk about WrestleMania and my excitement for the show, I would say, I'm split. Now, I'm going to make a separate video of this probably in the next couple hours, and that's going to upload tomorrow. I am very split on this WrestleMania. For one, I'm excited for several matches on the card. 100%. I'm excited for a few things. But there's some other things that I can say, it's just things that I'm not particularly excited for in between. And there's some other matches, obviously I'm going to talk about them when I get to them, that I'm like, why? And there's others that I'm like, what the actual fuck? So, all in all, my excitement for WrestleMania is split. I made a video of that before where I said I wasn't really as excited for WrestleMania. WrestleMania has me confused. I didn't put the full, I didn't think, like, let me see what I actually titled the video, because it was a while ago that I made it. And for the people that have stuck around to this channel, I do appreciate you so much. There's not a lot of things I can say that would actually, like, make anything feel better, but I really do appreciate you guys so much for sticking around and also making me also really keeping myself up at this moment. Actually, I never uploaded a video. I talked about the last video I uploaded was how do I feel about the current Elimination Chamber concept, but I will make a video of what WrestleMania is for me this year, how I feel about WrestleMania. And I will say, again, it is split. There are 13 total matches. 7 matches on night 1, 6 matches on night 2. Could change. And again, who really knows? All in all, these are my predictions for WrestleMania heading into, first and foremost, John Cena. I forgot I added this on here. But yeah, John Cena, the host of WrestleMania 42. And it's going to be cool to see John Cena actually get a babyface reaction. One, because last WrestleMania 41, he was supposed to be heel, but now he gets to be a babyface. He gets to do what he can do. There's a possible interaction between him and Danhausen that I am super excited for. I'm actually going to talk about Danhausen in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to talk about Danhausen in my WrestleMania video. But John Cena as the host of WrestleMania, yeah, I guess it's to drive ticket sales, so whatever. Night 1. Let's start off with the first match that's going to kick off. The Usos in L.A. Knight. Yeah. Versus Logan Paul, Austin Theory, who are the World Tag Team Champions, and I Show Speed. First and foremost, I wish this was a World Tag Team title match. I wish the Raw Tag Team division had a lot more time, like the SmackDown Tag Team division. Again, I will upload that video on another time. I will upload that video tomorrow, and I'm going to work on that video tonight. this match is very interesting to me. At least LA Knight is getting on the card for WrestleMania. I'll say that. But he's going to kick off the show with the Usos. And this is kind of like a downgrade for Jey Uso when you think about it. He was the World Heavyweight Champion, won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania last year. And for him now to be in a tag team match with Jimmy, and now to be in the opening match again, even though it's the open, he was in the opener last Saturday WrestleMania. But this time he's in a celebrity kind of match with Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and ISO Speed. I feel like that's a downgrade for him. I also can say like there's something brewing that I really am like looking into. Jey Uso's interactions are kind of like very interesting. If you see how Jey Uso's face gets kind of scrunched up when he's around LA Knight, unlike how Jimmy is, it's very interesting. So I don't know. I feel like WWE is probably planning something with Jey, who's probably going to turn heel. He's probably going to turn into maybe like a tweener or something. Probably going to turn his back on the tag team. I'm still going to go with the Usos and LA Knight to win the match. I think ISO Speed is going to look great. I think ISO Speed has actually been like the most intriguing celebrity of the bunch. Yeah, I don't want to talk more about celebrities. It's just so depressing what this WrestleMania has become now. But all in all, ISO Speed, I think it's going to look great. I really think that he's going to have a breakthrough or a breakout in the match. Logan Paul is obviously Logan Paul. I hate Logan Paul, but I honestly think he's one of the most talented people I've seen in the ring recently. And Austin Theory is Austin Theory. This is Austin Theory's first WrestleMania since WrestleMania 40. It's weird to say. But yeah, I think the Usos and LA Knight win this match. I don't think that the Vision are going to have a good night, if you know what I mean. Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre. Unsanctioned. I am so depressed about what WWE did to Drew McIntyre as the WWE champion. Actually, you know what? I said I was going to make a separate video. No, I'm just going to talk about all the issues here in this one video. It just feels right to actually talk about it in this one. So, I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to break down what's happened with the Vision and with the whole thing with the Usos and LA Knight. I just don't understand how LA Knight at one point wasn't even on the card for WrestleMania and had to get on the card because one, there was literally no Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed, and Seth Rollins unfortunately got injured. Number two, the Usos were World Tag Team Champions and didn't get really a really good title reign. Where are the fucking Usos? The best tag team in WWE by far, and you didn't let them do what they want to do with the tag titles. Instead, they were just like fodder. Why? Austin Theory, Logan Paul, they're cool, but they're not the Vision. Obviously, you have to go a different route, and ISO is just one of many like celebrity inclusions into WrestleMania. And it kind of sucks. Now, if I want to go back and talk about another issue, let me talk about WrestleMania in Las Vegas. This was supposed to be New Orleans WrestleMania, but TKO Endeavor decided to get involved with like that issue with that when New Orleans, a great city, the Superdome, and a really good stadium. I'm not saying the Legion Stadium is bad. I'm not saying Las Vegas is bad, but there is such thing as fatigue and burnout. You can get a burnout and fatigue of hosting the same wrestling event in the same city over and over and over. WrestleMania 4 and 5 were hosted in Trump Plaza. It feels like it was kind of like the same burnout that we had beforehand. WrestleMania. AEW Double or Nothing for years was hosted in Las Vegas. All Out was hosted in Chicago numerous times, back to back, I believe. 3 straight years, I think, in 2021 to 2023. And one of those years, CM Punk was even on the freaking card because he got fired. You can have a fatigue, you can have a burnout from having certain events in the same place over and over and over. And it sucks that it has to happen with WrestleMania. WrestleMania should feel different, should feel vibration, should feel tantalizing. But unfortunately, money got involved, and here we are back in Vegas again. Cena hosting is to just drive ticket sales, and the ticket sales haven't even really gone up, really. I mean, they're up 47,000 for night 1 and like night 2. I'm not really sure. I'm going to pull it up on Twitter on my phone here with WrestleTix, because I've been trying to keep up with WrestleTix. I wanted to go to WrestleMania this year. I would like to say ticket prices were fucking stupid, fucking insane, fucking ridiculous. Who is willing to spend over $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on so much of like a freaking nosebleed? Or in the sense like spending for travel expenses and trying to do things on the road as well. And like try to do things outside of Vegas that's not WrestleMania included, including WWE World, and then you also think about the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. So let's see, night 1, as of 1 hour ago, has 47,000, has actually sold 44,319 tickets. Night 2 has sold 45,183 tickets. It's a burnout. And these tickets are not cheap. Sure, they can raise the prices down. It's not the same. Not the same at all. And it really sucks. And when you look at how this lineup is set up for night 1, it's really just like weird, it's crazy. And I want to really talk about this match so freaking much, because I am going to also talk about the undisputed WWE Universal title match when I get there. But my goodness, half of this just pisses me off. Drew McIntyre was the freshest thing to the championship we've had in years. In years. Since probably him in 2020 and 2021 with him and Bobby Lashley and Big E. For Drew to now not only be exiled from the undisputed title picture, to him now being in this match with Jacob Fatu, I know it's going to be a fantastic match. This blood feud has been awesome to really watch. But WWE had something that was easy right in front of them. A fatal 4-way for the undisputed championship. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre. They were the central piece. They were the central piece of the undisputed title picture on SmackDown. That was the main event. That was the thing. You could have included Sami Zayn if you wanted to. He was also an intriguing part of the undisputed title picture. Now, change courses, you had Drew McIntyre drop the title after he had a great, dominant Royal Rumble title defense win against Sami Zayn, and then have him lose against Cody Rhodes on SmackDown, just for him and Randy to have a match at WrestleMania that is all over the fucking place, and I'm not going to even fucking talk about it until I get there. It's so mind-boggling stupid. And it's like, damn, Drew had it. Drew had it in the bag. It was right there. He could have walked in to his first WrestleMania as WWE Champion, undisputed WWE Universal Champion, and he would have been 6 years removed from the fact that he won his first WWE World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 36 in front of nobody. It's really stupid how they play Drew McIntyre. It's so stupid, and it hurts my soul. I love Cody, but there's such thing as a Cody fatigue. I love Randy, and I hope Randy does win the championship. That's my spoiler alert. But I also really would have thought, hey, Jacob Fatu is somebody that's a big freaking goddamn star in front of your face, and Drew McIntyre is the freshest thing you had in a long time. Why don't you just put them in the main event seat? That makes perfect sense. But no. Obviously, I think it's outside forces that caused this change, and it sucks that it did, because damn, we could have had easily an incredible multi-man match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, i.e. the top title of your company. But instead, we got two separate things, like this match, which is going to be awesome. This blood feud that's been boiling for quite some time. Drew and Jacob have gone back and forth. That awesome brawl that they had where they both fell. And then Drew McIntyre is calling out Jacob Fatu for his past. And then these two, Drew busting up Jacob on SmackDown recently. That was awesome. I do think that Jacob Fatu does win this match, though. I think Jacob needs to win more than Drew McIntyre does. And it sucks to even say that, because Drew, honestly, deserves so much more. deserves so much more. If I keep going on this rant and tangent, I'm going to lose my voice even more so than ever. The Fatal 4-Way. This is another match that's starting to really get on my nerves just a teeny bit. Charlexa, Bayley and Lyra, the Irresistible Forces, and the Bella Twins. The reason why this is starting to piss me off a little bit is because apparently there are rumors going about that if Nikki Bella is not cleared, the Kabuki Warriors are going to take over. But we haven't even heard anything about that yet. But if Nikki Bella is good and is cleared to go, she's going to be in there in the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match. And there's possibility that Io Sky can have a match with Asuka at WrestleMania. First and foremost, this is like a double whammy. It's a double whammy, and it's so late to even put this together because, one, you're relying on Nikki Bella to be healthy, which is honestly a very concerning thing. Nikki's always had ankle problems, shin problems. It's well documented that she's had numerous procedures done on her leg before. But to try to rely on her to make sure that this match still goes, or in this case, rely on her if the match goes, to then be able to determine what to do with Io Sky is a damn crime. Because Io Sky was Women's World Champion at WrestleMania 41 just last year. She was literally the Women's World Champion just in September of last year. She's the women's star. She's one of the, I can't even speak because I'm so frustrated. She's the best women's wrestler in WWE, hands down. And you're telling me that she's possibly, if anything, not going to be on the WrestleMania card this year? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me, WWE? Are you shitting me? Io Sky is not going to be on the WrestleMania card this year. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. It pisses me off that that Io Sky will not have a match at WrestleMania. Just like as it was announced recently, how Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion from last WrestleMania, is not going to be on the card, and she's going to have a match on Friday Night SmackDown with Julia for the Women's United States Championship. Which, why? Just put it on the WrestleMania card. It's Tiffany Stratton. And then to top this off, this Io fucking Sky. Oh my god, it's so stupid. It's irritating what's happening to this WrestleMania card. It's so infuriating. It's frustrating. This should be a good match. I do have, if anything, if they can do it, the Bella Twins winning, because it's the Bellas. I don't think that Bayley and Lyra are going to win the tag titles. It'd be nice to see Bayley make the WrestleMania card, unlike last year where she got taken out by Becky. Although last year before that, she was in the Women's Championship match with Io Sky. So again, this is like a double frustration period for Bayley, and it's also a frustration period for Io Sky, because what the fuck? Oh boy. And then you got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They've already had their run, and I think Lash Legend is going to be awesome as a single star. And once she splits away from Nia Jax, she should just be pushed to the moon as like a future women's champion. I don't say right now, but a future women's championship reign is right there for her. But the Bella Twins are the Bella Twins. If they don't go, then I'll go with Bayley and Lyra, because they actually have been like the most consistent women's tag team in the WWE for quite some time. And at the same time, Bayley deserves a moment at WrestleMania along with Lyra. Although Lyra got her moment at WrestleMania last year, her run in WWE recently has been so weird because of the whole thing with the stupid zip tie at SummerSlam. It's really just a shame. But yeah, Bella Twins if the Bellas can go, Bayley and Lyra if the replacement is anything. Becky Lynch, AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This is a match that a lot of people aren't excited for, but I am. I am very excited for this match because, one, it's AJ Lee competing in her first WrestleMania since WrestleMania 31. It's crazy to think that. It's been 11 years since AJ Lee's first WrestleMania, or last WrestleMania. And Becky Lynch, who was one of the most consistently good athletes, most consistently well-rounded athletes in the women's division. Obviously, this rivalry has been weird. It's been focused on like so many different things instead of like just what it needs to be focused on. But still, the consistency between these two is going to be really good. I'm going to enjoy this match. I do have Becky Lynch winning this match, though. I think if AJ Lee is going to hold on to the title, she needs to be on TV more instead of what she's already doing already, and that is being a kind of like inconsistent on TV as a women's wrestler, and she's like a part-timer, and a part-timer as champion in the women's division doesn't sound right at all. I love AJ Lee, and she is awesome, but Becky Lynch does need to win this match more so than anything. Plus, it's the fourth time for Becky Lynch. If she loses a fourth time, oh boy. But I would love to see Becky move on from the Women's Intercontinental Championship picture and go on to the main event and go on to win the Women's World Championship. It would be nice to see. But honestly, I don't really have a lot of complaints with this rivalry. Not at all. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. This is something I would complain about, but I'm not. I would complain because, one, WWE couldn't really... I actually am not going to complain. A lot of people are complaining that this is just like a random fodder match. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. This is a dream match. Sure, it's kind of like a step down for Gunther, who retired AJ Styles, John Cena, and Goldberg. He's not retiring with Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins isn't retiring anytime soon. Seth Rollins is returning from a shoulder injury. But it's Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Remember that. This should be a phenomenally awesome match between two different styles of wrestlers. And if I was to choose somebody to win, Seth Rollins has won in the past. He won WrestleMania 41. He won at WrestleMania 39. And he's taken a good separate losses to guys who really needed wins at WrestleMania 36, 37, and 38, and 40. I think this is one of those nights where Seth Rollins does have another loss in his column, and with Gunther's side, who's lost at the last two Manias and also really does need a win more so than anyone else with the run that he's been on, I'm going to go with Gunther to win against Seth Rollins in what is going to be a freaking physically awesome match and has potential to be a match of the year candidate, if you ask me. Obviously, there's a lot of things that played apart from what's happened with this storyline. Seth Rollins should be facing Braun Breaker, if anything. Gunther should be facing somebody else like Rey Mysterio. But of course, injuries and stuff be damned. Things changed on the fly, and things have changed to where, yeah, this is a different style, a different turnaround than what we were expecting. But hey, don't complain. These are two phenomenally awesome wrestlers. They're still going to put on a show for you guys, and it's going to be an awesome wrestling match to watch. Stephanie Vaquero versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. If you were to ask me, I have a different choice for the main event of WrestleMania Night 1. It's either Drew or Jacob, or Stephanie and Liv, instead of this bullshit. And I'll get to that later. But this has been awesome to watch on TV. And I just watched them have a pull-apart brawl. If you saw what happened the Raw before this past Monday, when Liv and Roxanne collided heads, oh my god, that was a nasty thud. Oof. I freaking can't wait to see what they do with this match, what they do in this fantastic build to this match at WrestleMania. From the promos they've had to the brawls, it's been a really good, really well built match for WrestleMania. You can't go wrong with who you want to win, Stephanie, because one, if she wins, she can go on to have amazing runs for, or in this case, she can go on to have an amazing match with perhaps maybe anybody for her Women's World Championship, because a lot of people are going to be out of the championship aspect, like in a sense, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and so many others. Meanwhile, with Liv Morgan, you can actually you can build off of the fact that she's taken away from the Judgment Day, from her partners in Raquel Rodriguez, and even Roxanne Perez. You can build off of that, because the Judgment Day is dealing with a lot of turmoil. I am going to go with Liv to win the Women's World Championship, though. I think she's really been amazing, and her coming off of what she's come off of, and has dealt with what she's dealt with. I think Liv Morgan winning the Women's World Championship would be awesome. Although this is going to be like a real chase, I wouldn't complain if Stephanie was to win, because Stephanie is one of my favorite women's wrestlers right now by far, and I would 100% be all for a Stephanie Vaquer women's championship win. I would be 100% for it. Now, let me talk about this bullshit, because what the fuck happened here? I already talked about a chance of a fatal 4-way. What the fuck have you done, WWE? No, I shouldn't say what the fuck have you done, WWE. What the fuck have you done, TKO? What the fuck have you actually done? This is the third year in a row that TKO has interfered on the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The reason why I said this is the third year in a row, from 2024 into 2026, TKO has fucked around with the championship picture. Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble in 2024. It was supposed to be, in a sense, like him versus Roman. That made a ton of sense. Then, you have The Rock get involved. Then, you do this thing with Cody and Roman and Rock at the press conference. It was one of the best things ever. And Cody still won the championship at WrestleMania. Awesome. One of the greatest WrestleMania moments of all time. Awesome. But there was a bunch of bullshit that we had to get through in order to really get to that moment. You also have last year, again, TKO unnecessarily getting involved in the WrestleMania picture. For what reason? When the signs was just easily right there. The Rock getting involved again. With John Cena turning heel randomly. It could have been a babyface interaction between Cody and Cena. But unfortunately, TKO gets involved. Travis Scott gets involved. And then here we go again. It's Cody versus Randy. It's very simple. It's Randy and Cody. It's their history in years, 20 years of them and their friendship, from legacy to when Cody returned to when Randy was out and then Randy returned. It was right there. Everything was right there. And then one heel turn later, everything was perfectly fine. And oh boy. Why? Here's one thing I will say. I love Pat McAfee. I think Pat McAfee is one of the best people on the planet. I think Pat McAfee as a person in the WWE is awesome. But when you try to make him into a Rock kind of figure in something that he doesn't belong in, it's such dumb shit. It's such dumb shit. He could have just easily just said that Randy Orton is just going into his mental place where the voice is in his head, and his history with Cody and that championship has made him obsessed with trying to bring him to his 15th title. Instead, you made this about money, corporate warfare, which didn't need to fucking happen with the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, which again, plain and simple, I'm gonna say this loud and clear, is the top title in your company for 60 years. 60 plus years that this championship has been around. It has seen the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. So much dumb shit. This is the dumbest of dumb shits of all time. I cannot over exaggerate that. They have fucked up this rivalry. They have fucked up this match. They have fucked up my expectations. They have fucked up my personal enjoyment of what I was going to get out of this match. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks that the WWE Championship can't just be the WWE Championship. It sucks that the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship just can't be the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The most prestigious prize in the world. The most prestigious prize in professional wrestling. Why can't it just be that I just need this championship so I can consume my legacy as the best there ever can be? And honestly, it's just this. It infuriates me. It infuriates me that it still isn't Drew McIntyre. The whole thing with Pat McAfee is so stupid, unnecessary, and dumb, too. I wish that this was the opening match of WrestleMania Night 1. And I can just get that out of my system. And I don't have to wait for this match. Like I said, Drew and Jacob, much better main event. Stephanie Liv, much better main event. This doesn't even need to be a main event match. Not anymore. This should be a 5-minute opener at WrestleMania. Period. But unfortunately, this is the main event. Give me Randy Orton. I've had enough of Cody and his title reign. I don't hate Cody. That's the crazy part about it. I don't hate Cody. I don't hate him at all. The Cody fatigue has worn me out to the point where it's like it's frustrated me. But it's not even because of him. It's also because of the fact that it's just the company just continues to push him in the worst way possible. And it's going to continue this way unless he turns heel. Randy winning the 15th world title would be awesome though. But this inclusion of Pat McAfee and now Jelly Roll, who is going to be involved in this, yeah, it's just so dumb. It's so dumb. So yeah, Randy Orton 15th world title. If Jelly Roll is to get Pat McAfee out of the building before the match even starts, hell yeah, it would be so perfect. But no, fuck this match. Fuck this match, honestly, man. Night 2. Let's start off with one of the most anticipated matches on the card. Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. I am so happy with what WWE have done with Obafemi and his build with Brock Lesnar, which has been so sensational. Letting him just go and beat him. It's awesome. His crowd reactions are awesome. From when he powerbombed, fall from grace powerbomb Brock Lesnar to what he was in a contract signing with Brock Lesnar. Oh god, the amount of water I'm consuming is insane. To then this past Monday where he cut this excellent promo going mic word for word with Paul Heyman of all people was awesome. Obafemi is a bona fide superstar in the WWE already. But it's scary to think that it's a chance that Brock Lesnar can win this match because of how much Obafemi has dominated, has put down Brock Lesnar, has taken over this rivalry, this feud. This had a crazy build, but it's been absolutely sensational to watch. But I'm still, with my heart of hearts, going to go with Obafemi to win this match. Easily put. Obafemi wins this match and cements himself as the future of the WWE. Oh, talk about another anticipated match. This 6-way ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Penta, JD, Dragon Lee, Rusev, Rey Mysterio, and Javon Evans. There's nothing else I need to say. Everybody brings a style to this match. Rey Mysterio as almost a last-minute inclusion. So awesome. Rusev as a powerhouse. Incredible. JD, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, high flyers, and absolute great in-ring cruiserweights. Awesome. And then Penta is just Penta. Nobody is a loser in this match. There is no wrong winner in this match. JD would be awesome as a winner as Intercontinental Champion. It could cause even more turmoil in the Judgment Day. Dragon Lee winning Intercontinental Championship after AJ Styles would be awesome. Javon Evans, the youngest, I believe the youngest WrestleMania competitor ever, winning the Intercontinental Championship. That'd be awesome. Rey Mysterio, a legend, winning the Intercontinental Championship would be awesome. Rusev, somebody who just returned to the WWE a year ago, getting the push that he rightfully deserves. Winning the Intercontinental Championship would be awesome. Penta retaining against 5 of the best you have to offer and continuing an incredible Intercontinental Championship reign would be awesome. I'm going to go with Javon Evans, though. The youngest of the bunch, I should say. And honestly, the most ready for a moment in WWE there is. I also think that this is also going to push into the next moment that I have coming up, and you're going to see why. It's also been talked about as nausea because, yeah, it makes a ton of sense why. But Javon Evans, Intercontinental Champion, give me that. I would be ready for that. The Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. Dom, you're gonna die. It's gonna be so awesome to see the Demon Finn Balor. I've seen him once. That entrance at WrestleMania 39 when I got to see it, so fucking awesome. I have not been more excited to see the Demon than I am right now. Is there plausible reason to bring the Demon out? Yes and no, but hey, I ain't complaining. Dom, you're gonna die. You've had this coming a long time. Finn Balor gets the win. Now, here's my other reason for why here's the part where it all comes to, like, the moments where I said Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the United States Championship. Now, like I did with the undisputed WWE Universal title match, I'm going to do this for the United States Championship match. And again, I love certain people. I love Sami Zayn. There is nothing that I can say wrong about Sami Zayn, except for the fact that he does not need to be United States Champion in this match. If there's anything that they should have done with the United States Championship, make it a Fatal 4-Way. Or a 5-way, or a 6-way. A 5-way, really. Because you have Sami, Trick, Ilya, Mello, Tama Tonga. Simple. Plain and simple. That should have been the United States Championship match. Or it should have been a triple threat. And this should have been a regular singles match. Instead, Sami Zayn wins the United States Championship on SmackDown, takes away Melo's spot at WrestleMania, who goddamn earned it over the last year with his excellent work, especially in the last month as United States Champion from December into when he lost it. It's so sad what's happened to Carmelo Hayes, who should be in this championship match. Ilya Dragunov should be on WrestleMania. Tama Tonga should be on WrestleMania. If this leads to a Sami Zayn heel turn, I'm down for it. But if this doesn't lead to anything, and it just leads to Sami retaining for no reason, and Trick loses, it'd just be a waste of time. Trick Williams has to win this match at WrestleMania. Trick Williams is one of the most incredible feats that I've seen in WWE in quite some time. His rise from Melo's sidekick to the best thing in NXT for a good minute to now being on Friday Night SmackDown is getting loud reactions back and forth. It's awesome. I am going to go with Trick Williams to win the United States Championship. But I am so sad that Carmelo Hayes is not going to be on WrestleMania. And Ilya Dragunov is not going to be on WrestleMania. And Tama Tonga is not going to be on WrestleMania. Which also leads me to another thing. MFTs and the Wyatt Six. I get that a lot of people hate that rivalry and they're fighting over the Lantern. But for how long that rivalry has been, and you're not going to put it on a WrestleMania card, you can put it on SmackDown. Yeah, it's so stupid. And also at the same time, like, that rivalry should have ended a long time ago. And Tama Tonga should have been moved on a long time ago. And the Wyatt Six were tag team champions. And also the WWE tag team titles. Damian Priest, what happened? He's not on the WrestleMania card. He was on the WrestleMania card the previous 2 years. And he's not on the WrestleMania card? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? The World Heavyweight Champion who also had a street fight with Drew McIntyre is not on the WrestleMania card. So stupid. Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley, the Women's Championship. Oh my gosh. Also, let me just say something real quick. For the people who are body shaming Rhea Ripley, fuck you. You can't control a woman's body. You can't control what happens around anything to what a woman does for themselves or what a person does for themselves. If Rhea Ripley had to bolt down, she had to bolt down. It was her choice. Who the fuck are you to talk about somebody? I don't see you doing what Rhea Ripley does. I don't see you doing what Jade Cargill does. Fuck off. Period. Rhea Ripley is in phenomenal shape. Who cares if she had to bolt down and if she lost muscle? She looks incredible. Better than anybody else or anyone would ever judge. So fuck you. Period. This rivalry has been built shitty. It's been a shitty build. I'm not gonna lie. I wish these two had more brawling and more physicality. Io Sky has been like just the middle part of it all, and it sucks that Io Sky has been the middle of it. And if I had to say one thing, Io Sky being a casualty in this rivalry sucks, but I still think in terms of what this match can provide, it's kind of like Charlotte versus Rhea, but a lot less down the line of that, but it still should be a phenomenally awesome match. I think Jade Cargill is going to get an excellent showing because Rhea Ripley is a fucking badass. If you ask me to choose a winner, I don't know because I love both of these women. This is Mother in Jade Cargill, and this is Mommy in Rhea Ripley. Two of my personal favorites in the women's division. But I gotta go with Jade Cargill to retain. Honestly, because Bianca Belair is still waiting. And if you have Rhea win, one, it would suck for Cargill because she wouldn't be able to like really fulfill what she would want to fulfill. But also at the same time, with Bianca right there, you should just let her just do what she has to do to just have that match with her. That rivalry is right there. It's fresh. It's still nice and it's still there. It's gonna be there when Bianca returns. Yeah, Bianca versus Jade is much better. Plus, with Jade's new faction of the New Baddies 2.0 with Mia and BFAB, that'd be dope. They got a lot of potential to be excellent. So I'm gonna go with Jade Cargill to retain. Although I wouldn't be mad if Rhea wins. It'd just be weird, but I want Jade Cargill to retain. And then last but not least, the main event to end it all. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed, well, not the undisputed, for the World Heavyweight Championship. If you were to tell me some years ago, when WWE made the World Heavyweight Championship again, that this would be a main event championship at a WrestleMania again, I would have probably told you no, because the undisputed title was like even bigger than what it was beforehand. But now, man, it deserves its billing as the main event, and this has been an awesome build to WrestleMania. Now, they could have done it better on Monday Night Raw this past Monday that I just watched, but I just think this has been an excellent, awesome rivalry, a build that's been building for years, and also at the same time has continuity from last WrestleMania. So, if you would ask me, I have enjoyed this rivalry. I've love how they built CM Punk as a World Heavyweight Champion recently, and there's so many things that have changed about this match, like how it's changed over the last months. Roman winning the Rumble was good. Their promo Raw and Philadelphia was awesome. The brawls have been awesome. The back and forth have been awesome. It's tough to choose a winner. It's really tough to choose a winner. I love CM Punk because he's been one of my favorite wrestlers for quite some time, and Roman Reigns is just Roman Reigns. But if I was to choose a winner out of these two, CM Punk is my choice. because CM Punk is going to be on TV every single week. He's going to be on Raw every single week. He's going to defend the title when he has to defend the championship. Even when you wouldn't expect him to defend the championship, he will defend the championship almost when he needs to, especially on free TV, especially on Saturday night's main events. And Roman Reigns is a part-timer. Roman Reigns is not going to be on TV all the time. And having an absentee world champion again would suck. We already had that with Roman Reigns before. And honestly, I think Roman Reigns is more fit for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship than the World Heavyweight Championship. That's his title. That's his everything. So I'm gonna go with CM Punk to retain. I would be mad if Roman won. I wouldn't. I just feel indifferent because we would be at another period in time of another absentee world champion, but it is what it would be. But I'm gonna go with CM Punk to retain. This is a long video because I went on tangents about so many different things. But those are my predictions for WrestleMania. If you have yours, leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you like about WrestleMania, what you dislike about this WrestleMania heading into the weekend. I will be uploading my review of WrestleMania on Monday. And also, yeah, for now, I'm on the couch, but I will be in my office in May. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. Peace and love to all y'all, and happy WrestleMania weekend. Hopefully, if you're in Vegas, you're enjoying yourself and doing what you're doing, and also at the same time enjoy the festivities. I hope to be at another WrestleMania again 2 years time, because hell no, I ain't going to Riyadh for another WrestleMania and WrestleMania 43. 50-50. I'll see you guys next time in the next video.